Obviously not in my car. I'm in my kitchen. Hi guys, this is Connie. I've got a bit of my voice back. Yay! Still not at 100%, but getting closer and closer. Thanking God, because it's definitely been a learning experience to go without my voice. I haven't really reflected much on it, but let's see what's happened. Today is I'm guessing it's the 16th because it's Saturday, and I guess yesterday was dot 15. So I went to church tonight for some further vocal rehearsals. Found out how much of my voice I have and how much I don't have, and working on it, just continuing to work on it. Baby was fantastic. She is crawling all over creation and starting to pull herself up and get into everything. And I'm not ready for that because I am lazy and a hoarder, and so there are papers and various things that she can grab at that I'm a little concerned about having chewing drool marks on them. But if they were important, they'd be somewhere where she couldn't get at them. So I guess that's a thing. Mustachio has officially gotten whatever I had, and so now he's knocked down, drag out. He's not man flu sick, but he very rarely gets sick, and when he does get sick, he tries his best to work through it because he's always and forever will be a hard worker. One of the many things that I admire about him, but I think he just turned in before I could. And that never happens. We were able to catch a Tyranitar raid, Pokemon Go wise, and that was something that he really wanted to do. He wanted to get one more to try and help out with whatever was going on in his Pokedex and his setup. So we were able to catch a raid, and he caught it, and I failed, but I was not too worried about it myself. I already have 2 of them on my main account. And I think I hatched a Larvitar egg. Yeah, I hatched a Larvitar from an egg not too long ago. So I have one in the backups if I want to walk it. I'm not all that worried about it at this point. Yeah, I think both of us are just exhausted between just keeping up with baby and trying to get out of sickness, that going out and full-fledged playing in the cold is not high on our list of priority things to do. I'm hoping that in the next couple weeks we can just get back to some semblance of normalcy, because I think both of us are just tired, and it isn't even Christmas yet. It's just wild that we've got like less than 2 more weeks and then it's Christmas. And then before you know it, it'll be the new year. It'll be 2018. Oh my goodness. Had a lot of really weird dreams last night, and for, I guess, whatever the sickness was, it kept Mustachio up on and off last night, and I would go in and out of consciousness and as well. And I mean, like, the only thing I've had in the last 48 hours is NyQuil, and I don't ever remember having NyQuil dreams the way I had them yesterday. And I think a lot of it's also my postpartum anxiety is playing a role in it, because I used to say it on my school bus when I was a driver for 10 years. I was like, look, when your parents freak out when you're run late or you're not where you tell them to be, and you walk in the door suddenly and they're like, where were you? What's going on? Hey, I need you to call. I need you to let us know where you're at. And I keep telling these kids, I said, it's not that your parents don't love you. It's not that your parents don't trust you. You have to realize that once you're old enough to go to kindergarten, your parents will still always have dreams for you, but they don't just have dreams for you. They also have nightmares. If you are 5 minutes late walking in the door, in the 4 minutes it took for you to say you were going to be there and then you weren't there, they immediately think that you're dead in a ditch on fire, and they think the worst possible case scenarios for what could possibly have happened to you, why you were running late, instead of, hey, you were just talking with your friends and you lost track of time. So now being a new mom, I definitely think some ridiculously irrational thoughts, and I know that they're ridiculously irrational, so I do the best I can to be like, I do my best not to continue to just keep feeding into the worry troll. And I never really think of it as worry, but it's totally worry. And what's funny is for Christmas, I'm singing Count Your Blessings, done in the style of Bing Crosby in White Christmas. And the lyrics to that are incredibly timely, and they remind me, because it's one of those things, like, I didn't think about it when I was like, when I'm worried and I can't sleep, I count my blessings instead of sheep. First off, I can't remember counting sheep since I was like a tweenager. I can't remember actually trying to count sleep or imagine like sheep leaping over a fence post, which is just weird. It takes so much brain power to think of that. I'm just like, why would they tell you to count sheep? It doesn't make sense unless you're a shepherd. But even then, counting sheep shouldn't make you fall asleep. But the point was that, like counting your blessings, or, knowing an attitude of gratitude before you go to sleep is definitely not, I didn't assume that those worries were what kept me up at night. I just felt like the wheels kept turning, and I never let them stop, and I never let myself settle and close my eyes and just try to go to sleep. But I guess if I had to think about it more, it would definitely be things that I worry about, even without paying attention to it. There are definitely some automatic worries that, your first knee-jerk reaction is, worry, what if? And I know that worrying has never added anything but stress to my life. And it doesn't make it easier to let go, but I have to, it's almost like training yourself to think differently. And my first reaction may be to worry, but I also know there's nothing that I can do. There's nothing I can add to that situation or that problem by worrying. It's only going to stress me out even more. And the only thing I really can do is just put that in God's hands and remind myself in who I believe, and know that God's been faithful in the past, and there's no reason I can't trust him with the things that I worry about today, or the things that may be coming up potentially in the future. Because worrying never adds a minute or a millisecond to your life. On the contrary, it takes so much more time out of you, just wasting it away by worrying. So that was a random tangent. Oh my goodness, it says 8 minutes. Be careful with that and enjoy, please, and thank you. And feel free, if you want to, in the comments, share your worries, the things you don't think about that you're like, oh, I worry because I carry tension in my neck and shoulders. And to learn to relax and breathe and follow my husband and daughter up the stairs and go to sleep. So, good night. I'll see you tomorrow.